Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't judge the way I look. Don't do it. Don't, Caesar Wayne, don't do it, okay? I'm a lazy influencer. I use the word influencer lightly and lazy heavily. I'm a mom. I'm a corporate working mom. I'm tired and it is like 8 o'clock. My kids are asleep. I'm trying to hurry before somebody tries to wake up and say they need something to drink. So get this done today. Well, tomorrow is actually my daughter's 3rd birthday, and I am setting up a little section of their playroom. This is above a fireplace that doesn't work. I have it shielded with like foam tile so that when they get up here, they don't hurt themselves and they can't push like to the glass, but that does not work. It's not used or anything. But I got some stuff from Target because my daughter is obsessed with dinosaurs and she is going to be a 3 Rex. And I thought while I prepare, I just kind of tell you guys about, when I had my daughter and show you some of the stuff that I got that I'm going to decorate with and everything. But yeah, she'll be 3 this year. Can you believe it? 3? So I got this to put up. It's just a happy birthday sign. I went to Target and got all this stuff. Then I got this also. It's like a balloon bundle. Thought it was adorable. This little guy right here, it's a large balloon. And then I got a 3. Another balloon set. Garland to put up too. Daughter was not supposed to be born when she was born. She came literally 4 weeks early. I think it's okay, I'll get to the story. So my daughter, I was not due with her until April 17th. That was my due date. But I had some bleeding and everything in my pregnancy, especially in my 1st and 2nd trimester. I randomly bled all the time. It freaked me out. I was always so scared, as anybody is whenever you're bleeding during pregnancy. And so I would always have to go into the doctor and be checked, and everything was always okay and fine. And come to find out after I delivered and had to have a surgery after, that I had some ovarian cysts that needed to be taken care of. But overall, my husband and I, on March 25th, 2023, I was so tired and just exhausted and over being pregnant. And he was like, well, do you want to go see the new John Wick movie? And I was like, you know what? Fine. This John Wick movie was like, I swear, seemed 4 friggin' hours long. It might have been. It was really long. Let me blow up this thing real quick and I'll continue. Ooh, I feel lightheaded, bro. Woo! All right, I did it. Here's a 3. We got a 3. 3. Is that the way a 3 goes? No. Is that the way the 3 goes? I swear, I promise I know how to at least count. I had to go get an lollipop. Blowing up that balloon. Exhausting. So back to what I was saying. So we went and seen this stupid long John Wick movie. And I was dying. I was so uncomfortable sitting in that movie. And then afterwards we went to eat at Red Lobster. And I was like not really hungry. The most I ate, like I picked at my food a little bit. But I really couldn't eat much when I was pregnant and you wouldn't believe that because your girl gained 75 pounds. Yeah. I was 4 pounds away from hitting 200 pounds. 4 pounds away. 4 pounds away. Yes. You would not believe that I didn't eat, but I really didn't. Anything and everything made me sick with that child. But anywho, so we went to Red Lobster. I barely ate, but I did eat the dessert. I definitely ate that. Oh, God, I gotta blow more stuff up. But I did eat the dessert, and when we were on our way home from eating Red Lobster, my husband looked at me, put his hand on my belly, and said, okay, Jimena, you can come out now. And I joked, and I was like, yeah, listen to your dad on this one. And then we had came home. I sat on the couch and was getting the dogs ready for bed because they were ready for bed. It was like 7 o'clock and my husband was outside working on his truck and he came inside and he was like, are you ready for bed? And I was like, yeah, I'm really tired. So we had started putting the dogs in the garage to get them used to being out there, to like go out and use the bathroom and stuff and just come back and lay down in their beds. Well, because whenever I did give birth, we weren't going to be able to be home. And as you all know, I had human-sized dogs. I had Raven, Archie, and Caesar. And Caesar is my only remaining one out of my original trio. But they were big dogs, so you can't keep them locked up. So we put them in the garage and they were free to just move around and do whatever they wanted. And they loved it. It was like their own little apartment, basically. So they knew the drill. They were like, yeah, open up let us in our bed. So we let them in their bed, and it was so crazy. It was like Raven knew, because she kind of like bumped my belly, like, like you got this, bro. And I was like, what you bumping me for? And she just like, I don't know, she just bumped me. It was just strange the way she did it. Like, it was just like a little nudge, like, you got this. So I was like, all right, whatever, mama, go to bed. So she went to bed, and I kid you not, I went and laid down, and I was like, tomorrow I am going to pack the go bag, the diaper bag, because I didn't have anything packed. I still had a month. I am procrastinator. So I was like, I still got a month, I ain't packing nothing. Laying there in bed, not even 20 minutes after I said those words, I felt a pop in my belly, and it literally felt like a balloon popping in my stomach. And I was like as soon as it happened, I reached my hand over to my husband and I was like, oh my God. He was like, what? And I was like, I think my water just broke. He was like, shut up. How do you know? And I was like, I felt it. I felt the pop inside. And I was like, wait, let me stand up. And when I stood up, it was just like a whoosh of water. It wasn't like crazy, but it was like an instant, just like a of water. And I was like, oh, I think I did. And I was like, what do I do? And he was like, oh my God. And then he was running around. And I was like, I should be the one running around. Like, he's like running around grabbing stuff. And I was like, okay, do I go? I'm not hurting yet. I'm fine. I'm like not hurting. And so I call my mom and my dad and I tell them, and they're like, okay, we'll get ready and come to the hospital. Let me blow this up and then I'll get back to my story. Yes, I do have on a Gymshark oversized workout thing and tree pajama pants because I do. Oh, look, it's got a little hat. That's adorable. I am getting winded. Y'all see that my face is getting red? Bro, this is intense. All right, so we got a dinosaur here. Okay, so I don't remember where I was in my story, but my water broke. My husband's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really hurting yet, whatever. So I live about 30 minutes away from Charleston. And I was like, okay, let's go ahead and get ready so we can go. So I call my doctor and I'm like, hey, my water broke. And it's so funny because they were like, well, he's not the doctor on call. And I was like, okay. I'm coming in to give birth. Let that man know that I'm coming. And they were just like, oh, okay. So I was a little snippy with the lady, not gonna lie. But I was in labor. So then we get to the hospital, and as soon as I pull up to Women's and Children Hospital, contractions hit. And I am ready to fight a raccoon. Like, I am hurting. And this woman at the desk, like, I have to go into the ER because it's Saturday. It's not during normal business hours, whatever. And this woman is asking me for, like, all of my personal information. I can barely speak because, like, I'm actively having, like, terrible contractions. And it was so funny because, like, I didn't even have a nurse coming down and get me. The janitor of the place was the one that wheeled me and my husband, well, he wheeled me, but took me and my husband up to the labor room because it was just so unorganized. And then when we get up there into the room, I was in triage where they check you in. And when I'm there, the lady's like, so you think you're in labor? I was like, there's no think about it. I am in labor. And she's like, well, we're going to check. I was like, you can check whatever you want. My water broke. She's like, well, sometimes you pee. I was like, woman, stop talking to me. do whatever you need to do and leave me alone. And she was like, yeah. And then she's like, oh, you're like 6 centimeters. I did not get a room until I was 7 centimeters dilated. I didn't get an epidural until I was 7 centimeters dilated. Girl. Like, federal wanting to like square up with somebody. I told the one lady that was like coming to like basically like, say like, if all these things, like if this happens, the hospital's not liable and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you could literally ask me for my left kidney right now and I'd get it just to get some drugs right now because I am hurting. So I finally got the epidural. Couldn't feel jack squat. Couldn't feel my legs. Couldn't feel my butt. Didn't even feel when she came out. But at 3 a.m. on March 26th, my baby girl, Jimena, was born. And I got her name, Jimena, from a novella. It was a novella called Señor de los Cielos. It is the Lord of the Skies. And his wife's name was Jimena. And I had never heard that name before. And I fell in love with it. I loved it. It was so unique, beautiful. I was like, I love this name. But so Jimena is spelled, my Jimena's name is spelled with an X-I. And you can also spell Jimena with a J-I. But being in West Virginia, I was like, I'd be dogged if I hear somebody calling her Jimena. We gonna throw hands because that is not her name. Her name is Jimena. And I always, I tell her all the time, like, Jimena, like, and I make sure that people know her name. Like, if you don't know how to pronounce it, I'm gonna tell you how to say it because you ain't gonna miss saying my baby's name. Nature. But so that's how she was born. It was very quick delivery. I pushed for 30 minutes and she was out. And it's funny, I'll give you a little tidbit for Selena. So, they told me that if I ever had a third that I needed to literally be at the hospital when my water breaks or it's not going to work. Because literally my water broke with Selena. That's my second child, my youngest. My water broke with her and I had her. I was basically holding her in because I was waiting on the doctor. And she was out in 3 pushes. Jimena is a social butterfly. She is the sweetest. She loves to talk. Her favorite color is green. She really loves dinosaurs right now and slime. I'm going to do a YouTube video just on slime because she saw one of my YouTube videos once and was like, Mama, and then she was like, you need to do slime. And I was like, I need to do a slime video. So if you see a slime video, I need you to like it and watch it because she requested it. So we're just gonna get her favorite thing. She loves donuts. Krispy Kreme is her favorite. She really likes donuts with sprinkles on them. Those are her absolute favorite. And about my baby girl, Jimena, and her birth story and everything. She's an awesome kid. I love her to death. And I can't believe she's turning 3. I feel like I just had her. I mean, I did, but I literally feel like it was just yesterday that I had her. We're gonna put the rest of this together, and I'm gonna shut up and stop talking so much. I'm gonna drink an Ollie Pop. I'm gonna put this together, and I'll show you some of the gifts that I got her, and then we're gonna call this a night. We got a roar here. Whoop whoop, roar. We got another roar, and then 2 happy birthday ones. I am so out of breath right now, but I am, I always see this quote that says, "Every day to you," but to them this is their childhood. And I'm like, I'm going to make every day, every, it's special. Everything is special because they're special. And as long as I am here breathing, they are going to know that they are special. All right, I got Happy Up. In the meantime of getting Happy Up, had this thing fall. So I'm gonna put this back up. All right, so that's our finished product. We got the happy birthday and the 3. There we go, here's the 3. So I think it looks cute. I'll put the 3 I think I'll put the 3 right here. There we go. That's adorable. We've got Pizza Planet Little Tykes with Buzz Lightyear. We got some Bluey and Bingo slime. I'll put that in her bag. Actually, I'll put this in the bag too. So I'm gonna put this in the bag. We got Jessie and Bullseye, little people. We got the Bingo and Bluey slime. Woo! My soda fell over. Fudge. Bluey hair clips. So we're gonna put that there for her. Put her dino, her little dino dude there. And then she got this. Her cousins got this for Christmas and she really liked it, so I broke down and got her one. If you haven't seen this, look it up. It is so cool. It like hatches out of here and like you train your dino and everything. So we got her this as well. And then tomorrow we are going to Build-A-Bear and to dinner, and then she will get her birthday gifts from family on Saturday at her party. Yeah, she's gonna be a 3 Rex. Yeah. So, and I'll show you guys in another video the stuff that I'm making for her party and how I set it up and everything. But yeah, so you guys, that is everything for this video. Let us say happy birthday to Jimena, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget, if you like these videos, to give them a like and subscribe while you're here. I mean, I know you liked the chaos of today. Yes. And yes, that is a fish tank that we are in the box of moving and repurposing and everything. So yes, that is an empty fish tank. There are no fish inside. Don't worry. But yeah, so you guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you have a great day and a blessed week. Besos. Bye guys.